There's a number where the lifting stops being all yours. Below it, every shiny in your pile is one you hauled there yourself. You're the engine. Stop hauling and the pile stops growing. Simple as that. Above it, something changes. The pile starts growing on its own. While you sleep, while you do nothing. Same caveman, same effort, except now your shinies are working a shift you never clocked in for. And here's the part that gets people. It's not a million, it's not even close. It's 100,000, not the million everyone chases. 100,000, the hinge the whole game swings on, and the one most cavemen never reach. Today, Og's going to show you why this number does what no other number does. Why the first 100,000 is the hardest you'll ever stack. And why it's all downhill, the good kind, after that. Here's the thing nobody warns you about when you start saving. The first stretch is brutal. You put a little away, the pile barely moves, and the jungle keeps handing you reasons to spend it. A busted tooth, a leaky cave, a friend's feast you can't skip. Every shiny you save by force. Years back, one of the sharpest investors who ever lived, a man named Charlie Munger, got asked the secret to getting rich. No charts, no hot tip. He said the first 100,000 is a beast, but you have to do it. Walk everywhere. Eat like a monk. Claw your way to that number however you can. After that, he said, you can ease off. Ease off. Strange advice from a man that rich. Now, Charlie said that back in the 90s. Adjust for inflation, and his 100,000 is closer to 200 today. But the exact dollar was never the point. Somewhere in the low six figures, the grind stops being all yours. So why would it get easier the more you have? One word, compounding. Around here, we call it the fire. The fire is simple. Money you've saved earns a little more money. Then, that money earns money too. Stack it long enough and the pile starts throwing off shinies on its own. While you sleep, while you do nothing. Put 100,000 shinies into the market, not sitting in a checking account where it does nothing but wait. In the market, where it can catch. Money in a checking account isn't lit. Money in the market is. Just the boring long-run average. Call it 7% a year after the jungle takes its inflation bite. That pile hands you 7,000 shinies in a year for doing absolutely nothing. 7,000. You didn't save it. The fire did. Now watch what that does to the climb. Say you stash 500 shinies a month, 6,000 a year scraped together by hand. By the time your pile crosses 100,000, the fire is putting in 7,000 a year. More than the 6,000 you're scraping in yourself. The pile is now making more than the caveman who built it, which is why the second 100,000 shows up so much faster than the first. Getting to that first 100 takes about 11 years of grinding. The second, about 6. Same monthly stash, same fire, almost half the time. Now you've got a partner out digging you. And here's the part that should make you sit up. Hit 100,000, then stop. Add nothing. Touch nothing. Just leave it in the market and walk away. In about a decade, it doubles, on its own, no more saving. The fire just ate. So where does that leave you, the regular caveman, not the one in the leopard hide? Honestly? Probably staring up at this number from a long way down. The typical household in the jungle has about 8,000 shinies in the bank. 8,000, not 80, not 100, 8. So when 100,000 feels impossibly far, you're not imagining it. It is far. Most cavemen spend their whole lives never crossing it, which is exactly why the ones who do pull away so fast. The gap isn't luck, it's the fire, burning for some, never lit for the rest. But here's what almost everyone gets backwards. You'd think the hard part scales, that if the first 100,000 is a beast, the first million must be 10 beasts. 10 times the grind, 10 times the pain. It's the opposite. The first 100,000 is the hardest shinies you'll ever save, because you're doing all of it alone. No fire helping. Back when you've got the least to spare. After that, every milestone comes easier than the last because the fire carries more of the weight each time. The grind is front-loaded. The discipline you need most, you need first. When the pile is small, the help is zero, and nothing feels like it's working. That's the cruel little joke of it. It feels like nothing's working right up until the moment everything starts working. So no, 100,000 shinies isn't the finish line. It's the line where the source of your growth flips. Below it, you're the engine. Above it, the market is. Cross it once and you never have to dig that hard again. The million everyone's chasing? That's just the fire, left alone doing what it does. The whole trick was lighting it. So if you're somewhere on that first brutal climb, pile barely moving, fire not yet lit, keep stacking. The hardest shiny you'll ever save is one of the first ones. It gets better. It's supposed to feel like this. If Og just made the climb make a little more sense, do the tribe a favor. Tap the shiny red button on your way out. More of us should know which number actually matters. Og will see you at the next fire.